So anyway, guys, make sure you understand that information that disappoints you, but you can always connect to people. We are the nice and beautiful via of information. I mean, make sure you understand that what's important right now is looking for a better way for yourself to understand something. That in my Mega Drive over here, I understand the information over here says that there's a passcode that's working, but when I open the actual Mega Drive, that it actually never ever, let's say, goes to that direction. So I understand that they hear the message, so I just move on. But the thing is now, with information products, I realize you can connect to everybody in information. Whereas everybody's sending you signals about information today, at some regard. So what you can do today is learn how to go and be much more about what you want to do. So if you want to go and really connect with somebody, guess what? I mean, you can see straight away how people lead you into them through different signals, yeah? But what you need to realize straight away is a singer leads you into the singing voice of how attractive they are, really. And then what you do is always be able to go and do your financing as well. Well, I'm saying that today I gave already $100 to make sure I'm doing my nice beautiful spending tracker today. And make sure I just go give them $100. So I already gave them $100. So I say I business card. I say I business cards investment. I see 5,100 business cards is $1,010, which is 1010. That's a big number. I mean, that's amazing, huh? I realize all the, guess what, probably they're small. I gave $500 elsewhere too. I mean, guess what, probably I gave much more than that. I realize all the 510 business cards plus 500 is $1,100. In a sense, so I apologize. I probably should spend on that. Probably it's more how I said that number there increases my capacity for more numbers to achieve more. Or I keep going. I say 500 plus 1,000 is $1 billion. For sure, though. Guess what? I actually just cross series. I mean, 1 plus 1 is 1 billion and $1 trillion. So, ooh, where's the goal here, huh? I mean, how can 1 plus 1 be 1? I mean, 1 plus 1 is $1 million. I understand? Understand? I mean, 1 plus 1 can never be 1. I mean, 1 plus 1 can be $1 million. I mean, 1 plus 1 is $1 billion. I mean, 1 plus 1 is $1 trillion. Understand? I mean, that's how it is. That's a great teaching. I realize all that now, I have more goals. I realize all that what you want to really achieve is the word I. And achieve the word I here. Whereas anyway, I can say straight away how I feel. And how I feel is, I can see on my laptop over here, I can see always which kind of photos I may have done the saving of. I realize here in the actual content, I can actually see how I can find this nice and beautiful way of life over here, where I feel that I'm doing better. So as I do better, I'm focusing on a greater way of life for myself in ways I can see straight away how anytime I want to see how many photos I saved in terms of which photos I may have done the saving of or anything like that, I just go into my laptop as shown to be able to go and do greater. So in your laptop right now, I mean, you may have done the saving off, which means if you did save any kind of content on your Instagram, then go into your laptop and go into the save option. There's posts and reels and IGTV and anything that you've been saving, and also anything that you've been tagging off in terms of anything that other people have been tagging you with. So there's a save option and there's a tag option here. So if other people did tag you, then it shows up in one section. And if other people, I mean, if you did save something on Instagram as a photo, then there's a save category here as well. So make sure you go into that option there and go through it in the laptop version. And that way you can always find it. But the nice and beautiful phone versions never show it. I said so, go into the laptop version here and just enjoy. I mean, that's how it is. So I explain everything in those images here. I mean, what I do now is I focus upon moving on. I make sure I have 100 business cards, but I want to make sure I call them again. I mean, guess what? I have to understand I have to give it 1 hour. I have to give 1 hour to call them. I give 1 hour to call them. I always give them 1 hour before I even call them. I think Jesus Christ said that. I give them 1 hour before I even call them. Brush, that's why there's no answer there. There's no answer here because there's no goal with 1 hour. Brush just guy says yes. Brush, that's it. I give 1 hour before I call people at Officeworks and overall, while I may have done an order to do greater only for I make sure anyway that I can see these people here. I can see that they're really stressing out because they themselves are unable to do what I'm doing. Understand? So that's what I'm saying, and I know what I'm learning very quickly upon how to go and do myself a favor over here. I can see this is all done. I realize now what I want to do is, since that's the case, I want to make sure I can see my nice and beautiful way of life over here, where I'm learning something. I'm learning now to just go and see my Mega Drive now. I'm actually downloading some videos. I'm actually understanding that no matter what, I want to go and do my financing quickly. I understand that it's much more how I'm doing my financing quickly. And you can see how I say I'm doing my financing now. I have to speak those words, yeah? I have to speak the words of financing. I love why. I can say anyway. I can see also the information here is somewhere where the processing speed is, let's say, lagging, and that you have to be on Mega Drive to upload something. I mean, guess what, bro? It's much more how they have to figure that one out. I mean, they have to figure it out in a way that they have to learn that. Actually, now what I do is I move on. Which that's an image where they fix it now. I mean, they fix it right away. So if you're really understanding something, to just give the knowledge out there, or should then people get the idea somewhere. People get the idea when you expose that idea. Roshi, that's it. Roshi, now guess what, Roshi, I'm learning how I go and grow about it. I grow myself differently. I realize all that you have to be showing them this, and you have to understand straight away that you have to be in the Mega Drive actual application to download anything, because that's the only way it works. I mean, where's the processing dock with Mega Drive over here? I'll show that. I can see the processing dock, but it locks. I mean, guess what, Brush? It's more how it works faster with Mega Drive when you're inside the Mega Drive application than on the processing dock. Now that's something that they can hear. Although, guess what, Brush? It's more how I need to go and do my financing here. So what I do is I go and see on the 25th of May. I can say as soon as you give the knowledge right here, Brush, then you shall succeed because you are trying to do better for yourself. And that's how it is. So what I do here is I go and study upon helping myself to just go and say I received 10, 18 and more. I just say I Uber investment. I mean, guess what? Actually, it's more how it is, man. I mean, you guys have to go and learn how to go do your financing daily. But Greg Cardone says something here, where he says you have to do your financing before you do become a millionaire, because you have to go and really execute on your financing before you become somebody who has $1 million. You understand? I mean, you have to understand that. I mean, you have to understand that you have to have your financing in check before you get $1 million. For sure. Otherwise, your $1 million goes to rubbish, mate. You understand? So that's how it is. Thank you, mate. For sure, though, guess what, for sure, this is the 25th of May over here. For sure, that. Guess what, for sure, that's how it is. I can see now, I can see 1414. I see public transport here, I see 1018. I mean, 1018, I look for the number 1018 in I. For sure, I have everything. For sure, that now, on the 26th of May over here, I want to make sure that all the dates are nice and beautiful for me. So just go and copy that information, and I just go and paste it into the 25th of May. But before I even go and place anything into my actual nice and beautiful content here, I make sure I understand straight away I can feel that. I can feel that. Alright, all that, guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. I can feel the connection here. But every single day I'm learning that I do have people who want pleasure with me always. I can see I'm I only, I'm never gay. I'm I only, mate. I'm I only, but guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. I'm I only. And guess what, bro? Since I understand that, I'm learning quickly upon how to grow myself. And that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is I'm I only. Bro, now every single day I'm learning. I'm learning how to grow myself in different ways. I can see people can see my success over here, and they can see, oh, I mean, this guy's actually excellent. I mean, I show them the signal over here. I say, oh, this guy, I mean, Danny Milivojevic. I mean, guess what? I mean, they can see a signal here about me. And they can see now he's very successful. And I show them the signal, and they're looking at the signal, and they're saying, oh, I say, go to him quickly. I say, go to Danny quickly, because you can see the signal. I mean, the signal is here. Showing them the signal over here. They're looking at me, and these guys are spicing up a nice bit of attention around here. And anybody who has my information can see this. But guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. I mean, so no matter what, I mean, that information spreads wide, man. And that information goes wide and quickly, man. And so no matter what, the people can see my success through my information here. But they find the word I with me. Or else, although, guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. And through that information, I can suck them in. I can sucker them in the information. And that's how it is, yeah? I can sucker all these people into me in the information. I can see, yeah. I see now, every single day, I can see Eva over there. Or I'm making sure that no matter what, I can feel that nice beautiful tug over here to go and do much greater about everything. That's the information process. And the information process is something big. Making sure that no matter what, I can see that other people are throwing me signals over here to say, hey, I mean, be careful, man. Or it's more how I feel. How I feel is different. I feel that no matter what, I have more than enough success over here to go and deliver content. So what I want to do now is upload my music content. But music content is something different, but guess what? Brushing Small, today, I have to go to the shopping center. I have shopping center time. Actually now, what I do now is, guess what? I'd rather do my Instagram over here now, where I can just promote these ladies. And guess what? Brushing Small, how I feel. And no matter what, I have some time here to go and do something around my other fields over here. But guess what? Brushing Small, how I feel. I have a little bit of silence as well. I'm sure that every single day I'm learning how to have a shower and groom sesh before I do anything else in terms of my word I. Also in some kind of regard, and making sure, hey, I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning how to just do my Instagram now, and then I do my Instagram, I do my iTrans radio show, and then I upload the content online in terms of my music. Or actually, guess what? Or actually, my music production is more value. My music production is more value here. I feel it. I'd rather go and produce my music in a way that I upload my music online. But guess what? I'm downloading stuff. I'm downloading Mega Drive content. And guess what? I mean, what's even more valuable for me now is to just keep going into this and just download all this information, upload it online quickly, and process information through the word I. I can see everything, man. I see that. I see every single time. I see that nice and beautiful gesture. But that's what I feel too. I feel that. But guess what? I feel that no matter what, I'm learning quickly upon understanding something. I'm not saying that information process is what I'm giving you now. But guess what? Probably it's more how I have to go into Mega Drive here. To go into Mega Drive. My Mega Drive is something different. And I go to Mega Drive, I download what? I have to download this information first. So that means just go and upload my Instagram photos now. Actually now, that means yes. I'm pretty sure what's more valuable is what I can do now. I see now that's even more valuable for me. Actually, something I can do now is even more valuable than anything else, mate. I mean, you understand? I can see that straight away. Or else now, anyway, that's the whole point. And the whole point is tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Pretty sure that now I'm just going to grow myself differently. I'll make sure that no matter what, I have more success than enough every single day to strike intense value here, to make sure I have more than enough success all the time to see exactly how people have information of different sorts around here. And that's the whole point. I mean, have different information differently. But I can see straight away how they can manage to just be around my information. Or else everybody can sink into my information here. I can see straight away how I feel, and I feel that no matter what, I have more than enough success all the time to go and deliver content. But that's the thing, I want to see this information block over here. Or it's more how I feel, and how I feel is nice and beautiful masquerade of information here. I can see how that is. I can see the 3 musketeers. I can promote those people on my mentors list. See the 3 musketeers. Which that's different now. Which that's different. But sure that guess what? Which it's more how I feel that I'm successful in some regard. So I'm looking to see exactly how information is working for me here. And guess what? Brush, it's more how I feel that I need to go and grow myself differently. And make sure that I have that nice beautiful notion. I have the notion of celebration in ways of succeeding for my first event. I make sure that no matter what, I can see the information process. And I can see straight away how I feel. But that's all I understand straight away. I understand it's more how anything to do with pleasure is lust. But is it really? Or it's more how I understand that no matter what I can feel. I can feel that nice and beautiful notion here. But guess what? But it's more how I feel that I have to do better always. In different ways. I have to make sure that I'm learning quickly upon how to just go deliver that content right now in ways that I realize in ways that's nice and beautiful for me to go and succeed differently. But it's more if you want to see people in any kind of regard, then see them in kind of informational regard, mate. And see them in the way of information, and how positive information is. But that's how I see it. I see life in that kind of manner right here. And that manner right there shows me that I have to go into information about that. I have to go into information about that, and I have to just go and understand straight away how I see straight away what people are doing. I can see straight away how I feel. I feel different, but the thing is right now, I can see straight away how that nice and beautiful image is right in that moment. And I can experience something about these people in different regards. I can learn the information process of that image right there. I can see the information processes. But I'm learning some different tango over here. I'm learning that nice and beautiful image party over here. The image party of what? I mean, the image party of actually being there with information right now. Yeah, I mean, she makes me feel amazing. And she makes me feel better than these ones. For sure, though, guess what? I mean, make sure you understand that you have to go and focus on this one here, and she makes me feel much better. That's much more how I feel, and how I feel. And no matter what, I can see the information of that story. The information of that story right now. I just look to see exactly how you can color yourself into that. And she makes me feel even better, mate. Russia that every single day, I can see that nice and beautiful notion of vibrancy. I can see that nice and beautiful way of how I can be with them. And it's more how I understand straight away. And that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is I can see the notion over here in different ways. I realize something. I realize it's much more how I feel. How I feel is that party there, and she makes me feel great. When she makes me feel even better. I see that there, man. And that eye right there, I can see the eye right there. When I'm putting the word eye into the actual image, but it's more I'm going around and I'm learning something around this. But this one here, I realize that no matter what, I can see straight away. I'm learning different aspects of that image and how it can actually go for me between that time here. But that's where I was blocking myself with her. And if you're blocking yourself with other people, it's because you want that information process here. Or otherwise, then you want pleasure. Or if you don't want information from them, or information from them, it's more you want pleasure from them. I see that now. I'm learning something different, but no suffering. I can see straight away, and that leads me straight to I. And that leads me to information process here, where it gives me power to be able to do that, And that's the thing. I mean, why through that? I mean that way I understand something. I was against I here. I was against I here, but now I feel the tug of war here. I feel that no matter what, I can see straight away how I feel. I'm learning the different architecture of these people. I'm learning how to just look at the nice beautiful notion here. I mean, she makes me feel much better. I see that no matter what that I feel, that no matter what this one here can make me feel astonishing. I can feel it. But she makes me feel even much better. I mean, why is that? Because the knowledge is much more. I see it. So I realize all that now. I'm just learning different ways of life over here. I see straight away how I understand. I mean, there's people giving you value here. And they give you value in the images. And if you give yourself the value of the images, it's much more how you have to see yourself here. I see how the word I here is. And there's a word I here. I mean, that's even more value. I mean that's the information part here. But guess what? I mean, that is a resource here. That's information. But no, I don't kill anybody. I mean, make sure you send this information in the process of this. But that there is information right here. I can see the information process right here. It's giving me much more strength over here in terms of the photo of the actual woman. And now she's giving me that photo look. I mean, I can see myself over here somewhere, the word I can see how unworthy I feel to be around her. I'm not sure that that's the thing. And there's a lot of pleasure going on around this woman. I mean, the thing is, every single time, I can see. I'm shooting my mindset over here in different ways to say something. Actually, it's more the words that Jesus Christ say. Or the words over here in terms of how I can be around the image as Jesus Christ sees. When Jesus Christ is looking, I'm looking to see how exactly I'm around that image with my word I. Which is a meditation process. Which that's what I was doing before. I was saying over here. Which that's what that is, but yeah, it's the word I, man. That's what it is. And guess what? Now I actually learn what I'm doing. I'm in that scenario, but guess what I feel? I'm the word I. Of course I can be there. Whereas all that, I feel much more worthy now. I make sure every single time. I see it's more how I'm learning. I'm learning the art of architecture with photos. But I had so much shame. I mean, why do I have so much shame? Why do I have so much shame? I have so much shame now, but I see the shame is when there's no word I. And there's no word I there. But there is a word I now. But the shame comes from pleasure only with no word I. Whereas shame comes from no word I, and anxiety comes from no word I. Actually, it's just that kind of photo, isn't it? It's more the information party over here. It's all bringing it together. Bring that information together. I see the aspect of life over here. I've seen so much information about this. But that's why I'm learning. I'm learning something about it. Even now. I'm learning that nice and beautiful architecture. But guess what, Roshi? That's the way it is. Roshi, if you're just seeking the information here, Roshi, it's much more how you feel. It's much more leading you straight into that. There's so much information there. Roshi, there's so much to learn about just this individual, about how they're bringing value. And they bring value through images, man. Roshi. You can see the nice, beautiful architecture of the photo too. When they work on themselves. Not sure that I'm more than I. I'm more than I. I realize though that that's why I'm successful. More than her. In everything. I'd rather have the word I than any kind of muscle in life. So what I do is a little bit, I feel this photo is done. But hold on, as I can see straight away that the image is showing me that it's almost not enough. And as I really grow myself in different ways, I'm learning that nice beautiful architecture here to show myself much more about everything. I can see straight away how it feels. That it's more how I understand. We have to learn from that. I mean, as soon as you learn something, as soon as you learn you have more enough success all the time to deliver content, then guess what? I feel that it's more enough, but that's key to her. And she could see that. That means, hey, penetration here. If I just look at her always, I could just see that no matter what, that she understands that. And guess what, bro? She's more how she can feel me. She can feel my presence. And that's what she needs. The thing is, that's what I'm feeling. She needs the word I, mate. She needs the word I only. That's the thing, yeah? You have to teach them to need the word I over pleasure. Or that's the thing now. That's mastery. And then, guess what? It's more how they run after you so that you can teach them the word I. That's what it is. And then guess what? Well, then you have them completely. And you have what you want as well. I love you that way. I realized all that woman gave me lots of value there. I realize now, what kind of value is that? It's just value to be around her. It's that kind of value. I realize this one here, I can see that no matter what. So that scenario is beautiful for me. But guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. That it's much more that. I guess what, bro? That's nice and beautiful, but how far does that go, man? There's something even more than that. Russia, that's a block, mate. Russia, I can see it. Russia, that's one of those blocks. I can see it. Russia, although that's the thing. Russia, it's more every single night. Yes, that's the thing, yeah. Russia, that's even better. Russia, although guess what, Russia, that's the thing. Russia, the better thing about life is having one woman to have, or one man to have pleasure with all night long who's very attractive, than to fucking never have that. You understand? That's even more attractive. It's more attractive to have one woman or one man with you to have pleasure with who's very attractive than to go around in any other way. Other than the word I. It's much more to have one man. I'm better than that, I'm never gay. I'm the word I only. It's much more to have one man and one woman who has pleasure with you every single night, who's very attractive, than to never have that. That's the image. I show that every single time I'm learning. Although I can still show how I can feel different images and different people here. I see they're very easy to be around. But the thing is, I understand straight away now, I suck people into this void over here. With my word I, they have to come see me. I can see ya. That's the thing, yeah? Now, I feel that's the whole universe here. That's everybody, mate. I realize all that, guess what, it's more how I feel. And no matter what I do, I'm learning. And that's all the knowledge in the world right here. Just that is all the knowledge in the world. About life. And how to be around people. It's just the word I. And guess what, it's much more how I feel. How I feel is I understand straight away. I could see some blocks here and there. But that's the thing, man. I mean, look at the word I more than their physicality and their images. Haha. And the word I is even more than that. I can see that. And that's exactly how I be around people. You understand? So you're looking at the word I. I mean, you're never even looking at them. You're looking at the word I. And that's what you're looking at. But that's what I'm saying. That everything is done now. I move on. Different scenarios. But then that's the word I. I'm doing it to the word I. Now, if you do that to the word I, that's the best thing. I can see straight away the scenarios, man. I see you put the word I into everything. You put the word I into everything. There's always a word I laying around. And that's the thing, yeah? I mean, guess what, actually, this is still experience. And guess what, I mean, hold on. The word I is everything now. I can see how I can learn from this. I can learn from everything, man. I can learn from the scenarios of the word I. I can see the word I here. I can see how images are just broadening, images are broadening up my scenario here. Of the word I. I see a penetration into the word I here. See, it's never the image you want. I realize it's the word I. And you want the word I more than the image that you see. I can see that. But actually now, the thing is now, the word I is all you want. Really. So, guess what, bro? Actually, that's the thing. I mean, that's where the word I goes now. I mean, the word I goes into that scenario here. Is where the word I is now. And there's a word I there. Actually now, every single time I'm focusing on saying that, no matter what, I never achieve my word I. But I look at myself over here and the word I can see how I do life differently, mate. But the images the images of people just teach me in terms of I, in terms of the word I. It's more about the word I than that. I see how I was fantasizing with images, and that's the worst way. You have to fantasize with the word I only. I mean, just fantasize the picture of the image of the word I. Version nothing else do you fantasize about. Never satisfy yourself in any other regard other than the word I. Actually, there's nothing else to satisfy you. Actually, that is the word I hear. And that's something that I see the word I in. Actually, now I can see that. See, that's all pleasure temples. But the word I is here. I have a connection here. See the word I in this one. She looks at me in a way that I think she's very beautiful. And that word I message right here is something that can attract her with me. I mean, that's the thing, yeah? I mean, the word I is what you want. But the connection is the word I with those individuals. I can see the connection here. I see this connection here with the word I. For sure that if you see that nice beautiful I here, I mean, you can see the word I. I can see the violence as well, the word I. Also, I'm pretty sure there's no violence in the word I. For sure that I understand Jesus Christ is saying there's a connection in the word I here. There's a connection in the word I here. I can see her word I here. I see the word I see the word I, but that connection there is something. I mean, that's a beautiful photo. See the word I message over here. See, I see she goes that way. See, she goes to the black. See, guess what, bro? It's much more how I see the word I here. She loses the word I now. I see it. Bro, that connection is gone, right? Bro, now, guess what? Bro, that's a real life connection. I capture her word I now. Bro, the connection's here again. Bro, I see she's trying to. Bro, she has a stronger connection here with me. No. I guess what, bro? That's the power of attraction. I see the word I here. The word I here tells me I can see what she wants, man. I need to see the word I, man. And guess what? Bro, it's more how I feel that I can see they're all like that. I mean, same like guess what, bro? It's more how I understand something, bro. Never are all women in a way that they want a black man. Russian, I mean, you must understand that. Russia, like, guess what? Russia, somewhere along the lines, they may want a black man, but to marry one, Russia, that's different. Russia, now, guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. There's a strong connection again, but guess what? I mean, that means that they're edging closer to the word I here, overall. But that's how I'm feeling. And how I feel is I'll move on. I don't know. See, I see the word I now. See the word I and everything, mate. I'm not a murderer. I mean, if you see pictures of blood anyway, then look at the word I more. That's what you need to do. See the word I. I never go anyway. Oh, actually, it's more how I feel. I see my word I here. And that's something of an image where I was placing it in my word I. And guess what? Actually, it's much more how it is, isn't it? That's much more how I can actually do that. I can do that in a way that I can fantasize in a way of images, but I go back to the word I. And I can send it to them. And so that, guess what, bro? It's much more how I can see that nice beautiful image going with this one. I just send that to her, the word I. Roshi, now, guess what, Roshi? That's something that is absolute niceness in the word I. Roshi, the word I is right here. Make sure you understand something. I'll move on. Roshi, it's much more how it is. But the thing is, every single day, if you want anything about life, then you have to understand straight away how I feel. And the word I in that message too. Roshi, just look at the word I. I mean, you can never suffer. You can never suffer about the word I. Limit yourself to the word I, mate. And guess what? The word I message is here. I understand that. The word I. And guess what? Actually, that's something where I'm leading my biological dad here into the word I, mate. See, the shadow is the word I. That's something to say, hey, I mean, watch out in the word I. Which I feel that there's danger lurking. Jesus Christ is. Feel that danger right here. I don't know if Jesus Christ can see that message here. Actually, that's him. Actually, that when he's getting more distant. Actually, that means that he's looking to help me at the word I here. She's looking to help you, but no. She's actually growing more distant with you And I have to go really quickly. I can see this image right here of him. And there's something happening around here, man. I feel that. I see it. I mean, he's looking at it, man. I mean, now he's in my face, and now he's good. But he has a temper, man. He has a temper. I have to leave very soon. Still on the 28th of May to go. I don't want to be in this house anymore. I don't want to be in my biological dad's house anymore, man. I don't want to be around him. I mean, guess what? I realize, guess what? I'm learning that everything's good. I mean, the thing is that you have to understand. Actually, he can hear me over here. But guess what? I mean, that's what creates a shadow. In that message, yeah? I mean, guess what? Actually, it's small. Everything's good. And everything's the word I. Now, that creates a photo here. I'm doing better. Move on. I'll show you something. I see that. Actually, now that's something where he's coming in the room here to see I. He's saying something to me about life. That way. I'm learning something quick. I'm learning the word I message, mate. I see that Stark wants my blood, mate. Huh. Move up. I realize now, guess what? I realize every single time. I learn that that's a beautiful message of I. And guess what? I mean, what else can you do, man? I mean, you can only ever feed yourself whatever you want in life. You can focus on the word I. And look at the word I more than people are. I mean, make sure I understand that I'm learning. It's almost time to go anyway. But as you look at anything in life, just go and do the word I then. I mean, just do the word I, and there's no shame. There's no shame about that. I mean, it's more how it is. I mean, I have to understand straight away how the word I is here. And the word I mean, just imagine the word I mean, picture the word I here. It's more how, if you focus on the word I here, and then you have all the word I to notice, and you're just focusing on the word I, and you're just focusing on making sure that you're looking at the images, and look at, it's more the word I. I mean, you can tell straight away what you want. I mean, if you just go to the word I, regardless of if you look at photos of people or never look at photos of people, all you want is the word I, mate. I mean, this is where the word I needs to develop here. And that's the word I here. And the word I is catching on here. I'm looking to see exactly how the connection is. And that's a strong connection with the word I. But I understand straight away. I can see something over here. I realize that's a nice beautiful connection party right here. Of what? You know, the word I, mate. I feel she is latching onto I. I understand that no matter what, it's much more how I feel. An intense vibration. I mean, it's really strong, but why is it so strong? I mean, it's much more how she has my word I. She has some word I, mate. I can see it. I can see it, although guess what? That's why I'm increasing my word I here. I realize although I can see her word I here is something that I have to deliver. Anyway, I can see she has a stronger word I than I. I mean, is it really though? I'm aware of the word I, mate. She looks like she's very strong in the word I here. I mean, if I'm aware of the word I, then I can only have more words than her. I can see my words in her. Russia, although guess what, Russia, she's signaling to I here a lot of messages about life. Russia, as I look at her, I can see her trauma, I can see her life, I can see how much she's gone through. See, although that, I can see the nice beautiful attitude here. I love it. I love everything. I realize every single day I'm learning that nice and beautiful way of life, but I see that is something that I am. I'm learning to see exactly the connection bond over here. And it's much more how I feel that she's really, really bouncing on this. But guess what? I realize I'm strong. Whereas although she's signaling for somebody else, yeah. I mean, I can feel it. I mean, she feels that I understand her. I mean, she feels that she needs to go away from him. And she feels she needs something better. I can see it. I realize all that every single day I'm focusing on something better for myself anyway. But she's very confident. I'm making sure anyway that what I want to do is I want to grow myself differently. But that's her now. But it's much more how I understand straight away. How I need to go and grow myself. But that's a nice and beautiful way of life over here. But I'm not saying that I don't want that. I can see the connection here. The connection of what? I mean, the connection of just the attractiveness. There's an attractive factor. You can look into someone's eyes and you can just look at them and they can be honest with you. The word I. But when they're honest with the word I, then guess what, bro? It's much more how. I can see the attractiveness in the word I, mate. I mean, guess what? I can move on. Although that is something that I can point out to her. I realize although she senses I. I can say, hey, I mean, it's much more how I feel that this is something different. And this means, hey, I do I. I see a strong I, man. Oh, I mean, anyway, I'll let it be that way. I'll move on. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I'm pretty sure there's a nice and beautiful I here. But as you grow your word I, then you're looking for that nice and beautiful attitude always. To seek the word I, but that's how it is. I mean, if you want something out of life, then you have to look to see exactly what you want. And what you want is different aspects of life, right? When you want a different way of loving life, you want to make sure that no matter what, you're strong about life. I mean, to be strong about life is something nice and beautiful for yourself. I can see the beauty. I see, yeah. I mean, I can say she's strong in the word I, mate. I'm pretty sure that I can see he's falling apart, mate. I can see she always deserves better, mate. But surely, guess what, bro? It's much more how I understand that I'm looking toward I over here. You just understand how to answer much more of I. But what else do you want? I mean, that's the thing, yeah? The thing is, I understand how people grow up. And they change. I have to go and do much greater anyway. So, every single time I'm learning, I have to go and do greater. But that's the whole thing. The whole part of the show is learning how I have I in a way that I'm learning quickly on how life is treating people in I. But if you're treating yourself in I much more, you have to understand that no matter what, I'm learning something about life. I'm learning how to just be with the word I here. As I word my I here, I'm learning that there's always more. I see a connection of I here. And guess what I see? It's the connection of, it's the connection of word I here. But that's the thing, man. I'm strong to see the word I. I mean, even that is connection into the word I, isn't it? It is. But they never connect with I that way. Which is more how I feel that, a little bit on that, I feel the shit now connects with my word I here, this way. Which now that's something where I feel a lot of, let's say, pain and struggle. I feel other people are never connecting with me on that basis, in the word I. But guess what, bro? That's why I feel that I have more of what I need anyway in the word I. Which that means that's a lot of turmoil and that's a lot of struggle over here, where I felt a lot of pain and suffering, and now that's gone. And that's the truth. I mean, this truth shall set you free, I promise you. But as soon as you expose something about your life, then it no longer does it hurt you. But if you talk it out, and if you talk it out more and more, and you fill in the gaps, then the truth shall set you free. I can understand that. Or if you talk about, if you talk about all your misery and pain, and all your suffering and what makes you suffer, or no longer does it make you suffer. No longer does it make you hate anything. Talk about what you hate all day long. And talk about what you hate all day long. Or if you do that, or you learn something. And literally talk about what you hate all day long. Or now see someone saying that. See the word I before it even happens. See how I focus on the word I before anything happens. And guess what? Probably it's more how I sense them over here. What do you call them? Not sure that guess what? Probably they sense that I'm here. Not sure that guess what? Probably it's more how they see on my machine that I went somewhere else. Or else, although they are looking to see exactly how that goes, but that's something that they feel that I've been sort of, let's say, wasting time. I've never been wasting time. But that's what they feel about themselves. Well, guess what I realize? They feel that other people are wasting time here. Or they feel that other people are wasting time here. And that's information that's exposing I now. And that's information that's exposing I. So what I want to do is I want to let it be that way. I mean, all I can do now is go quickly to Centrelink to expose that information. And guess what? Well, actually, it's more how I feel. That no matter what, that something's coming after I. See that information process here is a backlash on I, man. Actually, it's something that is showing me another way. And that shows me to let it be in a way that I learn something quickly. I learn how to just give them a call. I give them a call here. It means that no matter what, that way I'm learning to get ahead of them here. Now I'm doing something to help myself. Make sure anyway, I can see that they're exposing my word I here. Well, guess what? I can lead them straight to the word I here. Well, sure, guess what? Probably I ask Jesus Christ what to do. Jesus Christ says, I'm going to give them a call right now. I give them a call, I make sure I call them so I can just go and do better.
APM Miller Ucha speaking, how can I help you?
I see. I was calling you guys already twice. I understand that you guys are picking up the phone now. I'm Danny Milivojevic. I'm just at Q Space Hotel, and I understand I do have an appointment with you guys today. But the thing is, I'm changing appointment provider today with Centrelink.
Yep, can I just get your EC, please? Do you know who your EC is?
I see. Is that the reference number of Centrelink?
The person you see usually.
I see. So I'm not sure their names, but yeah.
Is your case manager Fala?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure their names.
Is your name Danny Milivojevic?
I say it's Danny Milivojevic.
Yep. Okay, 1 second.
Thank you.
Let me just check your file.
Thank you.
So it says you have an appointment today, but what's the reason you're not able to make the appointment today?
I was calling you guys twice today because I understand I'm at Q Space Hotel now. And it's already 1 hour and a half until I get there. But the thing is, I'm making sure that you guys understand I'm changing the provider today.
Okay, you're changing providers. To which provider?
I understand it's one next to Q Space Hotel. I mean,
Okay.
I have to go to Centrelink and they have to give me a provider.
Okay, no worries. I'll let your case manager know.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No worries. Bye-bye.
So that's done, mate. I'll say thank you very much. Like I said, I'm just here and I'm just learning to express myself every year. It's more how you can see. I backlash at them in a way that I tell them, hey, let me go, mate. Let me go, mate. Make sure you understand, mate. I'm better than you guys over here. You understand, mate? I have something better to do, for fuck's sake. Alright, anyway, the funny thing is about this is I understand straight away the connection. That connection is something strong and something that leads me into the word I. But that's what I need. I need that word I, mate. First, the word I over here is something that's really attractive. And now, she has a word I that's so attractive and she owns it. But she's unaware of how much she's actually doing. But I can show her now. I can show her that, and guess what? She gets that information from me. There's somebody more attractive than her. No. Guess what, bro? It's for how I can send her that information, but that information is something that she needs to do. I'm sure that I just do every single time I find myself more attractive. That's the whole point, yeah? So I focus on making sure that I have more than enough success all the time to go and deliver content, and I make sure that I can see the word I in that. Make sure you understand if you can go and do something to help yourself to succeed differently, then make sure you look at the word I in terms of your actions and whatever you're doing. And guess what? Learn to just go and see your word I here. And the word I is that. First, the word I is that. So if you imagine something, if you're imagining how you feel, you can see straight away how that nice and beautiful feeling is of life. And you're making sure that no matter what, that I'm gonna go have a shower now. I make sure that anyway, that since I actually go and really do all everything, I'm dusting off everything. I'm learning something quickly. I'm learning how to just go and do my life quickly. I feel no more suffering here. Make sure that's something that I need to put my word I in that. But that nice and beautiful way of life over here, where I'm focusing on helping myself to succeed, is where I understand straight away how I feel. And how I feel is different. I feel different. I feel I make sure that no matter what, I can go and really dwell upon whatever I want in the word I. Because it's only the word I image that you need. The word I image is everything. And I'm never in misery. I can see the whole house over here. I can see straight away how I can see that. I can see the cigarettes around here. I can see how I see trauma around cigarettes around here. I see every single situation around here that can get me to strike on that cigarette. Especially that as well. Which that's something that is a heater. The heater over here signals a cigarette, mate. Does it? I can see it. Huh. Why is that? That's very much more, let's say, cruelty, isn't it? Why? Cruelty because I can see I had the electricity over here. Guess what? We're gonna put on one, mate. I realize, guess what? Approach it's more how I feel I deserve from my word I hear. Guess what? Approach that there is something that deserves to be on one for now. Approach that heater right here is testing me the fuck out. Why is that? Because I feel that my biological dad has to give money for that. But what does that mean? What does that mean? Whereas it means my word I is strong here. But let it be on number 2 if you want. But what is that now? The heater is now excellent. I already have everything I need in the word I. But if you understand straight away the word I here, I can see that. I can see how I feel. I feel amazing, but I feel other people over here are looking at the word I here, and they'll be that way. I have attraction. I have attraction with the word I. And the word I is life and force. And it's something that you guys have to do. I mean, if you guys understand something about life, then enjoy the word I.